Hey guys, I'm Cave. Hey guys, I'm CaveYT, and today we are going to be doing a bit of a challenge. So this is inspired by a video by dGc. You should go and watch it. Where basically on Twitter he had people comment blocks, and then he could only build a house out of those blocks. So that is what we're doing today. I think we actually might have got a little more comments than he did, but we're just going to try this and see how bad I do. So the first what comment that we have is from Illinois Jones. He says brewing stand. Yikes. Alright, the next one that we have is from Anna, and she says netherwort. So I have some netherwort and it needs to go on soul sand, so I'm already kind of seeing a little theme here with brewing, so we'll see how that turns out. Alright, next from Crispy Creamers we have end rod. So it's already looking like it's going to be some sort of brewing type thing, but at least we have some source of light already. This next one is from dGc himself, and he says diorite wall. So this is an interesting combination of blocks. The next one we have is from Zlates, and he says wither skeleton skull. So now we have this. Weefy's llama says bone block. Ooh, listen to that satisfying noise. So this definitely looks like some sort of white, maybe a white building. Definitely some nether and brewing elements. So Squishy puts lightly weathered waxed cut copper stairs, which actually isn't a block in the game, but waxed lightly weathered cut copper stairs are. So I think that's what he meant. So those. Capture Saturday put blue banner. Very fitting. Not sure I'm gonna make that match with the rest of the things. Shivy Saw says respawn anchor charged 4 times. So we're gonna. So now we have this. We have to be careful with this, but this is also a pretty good source of light too. So the next one's pretty weird, but it's from Tejas is Awesome, and he put a chain command block with summon TNT and then these 3 like squiggles. Now it's not a repeat command block, it's a chain command block. So yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, but that's gonna be hard to get to work with this. The next one comes from Legendary Builds, and they say basalt. So looking more like another theme again. So I'm not 100% sure how to do this one, but Joe Mama says cave air. So cave air. I guess we're just going to have to put some cave air in the room. Won't really be able to see it, but okay. Next up from Detective Toad we have sponge. Now this is also a weird one to go with this, and I'm not 100% sure how to make this work with it. Those particles, right? Those are pretty neat. Fusion Panda says Podzol, good luck. So now we have kind of like a path block. So you might use that for some sort of floor maybe. The one cow out there in the middle of no mobs. So Kashin It says dirt block with grass topping. And I know this is kind of 2 blocks and it's a bit cheating, but yeah, so that. I don't think it will be able to jump to there. Plus I turned random tick speed off, so I think that should remain dirt. Next up, Jake, and they say blue terracotta. Hopefully this helps a little more. If we're gonna go with kind of a white looking build, I think that this could work out a bit, having some blue, because we already have a little bit of the kind of blue and white, so this might be actually help. So next up is from Crimson, and he says end crystals, but you have to left click them. So although they're an entity, I guess I'll let's just not left click them quite yet. You know, maybe we'll just wait a little bit to do that. Next up is Brawl MC, and they say chorus plant. So we're gonna have just a chorus plant, which is interesting, I guess. Next up is Unstable Games, and they said cracked polished blackstone bricks. So now we're back to kind of the nether looking type theme with that, with cracked bricks. And one that goes perfectly with it is from DJ Foxy Gaming, which is just polished blackstone bricks. So now we have 2 different types of blackstone bricks, so at least we can do a little bit of texturing with that. So Mini Mai says wet sponge. So we already have normal sponge and now we have wet sponge, so kind of gonna be weird building with both, but it does give off like, oh my gosh, it does give off little dripping particles, so we could maybe use that in some way, like that. Purple Melon 001 says slime block. No, that's a bit of an odd one. And the last one is from Secret E Yellow, and they said glided blackstone. I'm just gonna assume they meant gilded blackstone. So now we have that. So these are all the blocks that we have. Kinda weird assortment of blocks, but we can probably make something work with it. Now, what I think I maybe want to do is, I think some sort of lab might be good, is we have like brewing stands, we have kind of like some whites and blues that we could use. Stairs help too. I mean, like the brewing stand, nether wart, maybe the wither skeleton skull, also command block, and possibly like the end crystal or chorus plant could work pretty well for some sort of lab maybe. But I still have to figure out what to do with like kind of this like blackstone and basalt. So yeah, let's get to it. So I do think I am gonna go with the lab type style. So let's just grab a few of these, and I think that'll probably work fine right now. And maybe the stairs. What I do want to do, which I think will be cool, is possibly something like a portal or something that maybe a sponge monster is coming out of. I think that could work well with what we already have. So let's just get a basic outline done with this. Okay, so I got a little basic outline done. I don't want it to be humongous, but the one thing that I am seeing a problem of is that there's no really glass, or there's not really a transparent block that would look good, which is kind of a problem for this if we wanted to make it look like a lab, because I think windows would look good on it, like and glass too, just in general, but I'll see what I can do. So I think this is kinda what I want it to look like. This type of shape. Still don't know what to do for windows. I mean, I guess they could be blank, but you can see what this does maybe. And it doesn't really work out that great. But we can try. I'll just build the walls up for now. So I decided to try to fill in the walls just to see how it would look, and I also tried just putting some stairs and trying the floor, and I think this should work. I want to kind of I think I might put some like little pillars over here, maybe, like with a little ceiling here, kind of like just going like that, with like actually maybe something like this. Just something a little like that. Just use this block, because this block, it's not really fitting well with the design that I'm doing. I mean, it could probably be used in some way, but with the kind of smoother blocks that I'm using, it's not really fitting, I guess. So we'll just fill these in, and there we go. It doesn't really look the worst, I guess. We can fix it later, but what I do want to do is I still don't have a glass block, which would be pretty useful. We could put a little bit of lighting in, maybe. If we put that in there, it kind of lights that up. Maybe. And then with this, since we're kind of making a little lab area, we could have some sort of portal looking thing, maybe made out of these. We could probably put a little thing back here with like sponge tentacles coming out. Yeah, I think that'll work good. So I don't think this looks that bad as like a little portal there with some tentacles coming out. Maybe change this up a little bit. Yeah, it looks a bit better. But they're just kind of like a little thing like that. Just like an alien attack. It would be cool to have some sort of glass thing here, which we don't have. And I'm not 100% sure if any of these would even be a good substitute. But what we can do is we can start working kinda, well actually, since we made it out of sponge, we could texture it a little bit using some wet sponge. I might want to keep that there. So we could maybe, just throw in some wet sponge. that looks alright. I also thought that a cool idea for this would kind of be like a little shower type thing, I guess. So it drips like that, you know, right? So we could put like kind of like a little shower thing. Oh, it's too small. This could definitely kind of work, I guess, like a little shower. If we really wanted, you could do that too, and kind of increase that. It's fine, I guess. We could also definitely use the cracked version of this to color, not really color, but just kind of change the floor up a bit. Definitely more around here. Maybe kind of cracked up after a bit, you know? Or because of its attack. So it's not 100% fully noticeable, but it does give the floor a little bit of change. With a lot of like broken block or cracked blocks kind of around the portal. Like it's been breaking stuff. Because we kind of want it to look like it's a attack happening. So we used most of these already. We used that. Use that. These two. Okay. So we do still need to use the basalt for something. So I wonder if it would look good like here. I think that could look fine. Just as like a little, just a little thing outside of there. I'll do the same for this side. Perfect. We definitely do need something in here. We could just go like this too, and just possibly something like this. If we did have doors in some sort of glass pane or something, this would definitely look better. Something else, since we do need to use these, is definitely something using this. Possibly just a little grow station or something like that. Now that I'm actually like looking at it, it could probably be used for, never mind. But we could have some there, I guess, being observed. And then along with that, we could have some of that, the nether wart, growing right next to it. There we go. I think a lot of these blocks will definitely be used for like I don't know, kind of just like control panel type things. And yes, they all do have the TNT thing in them, but we're just using these for designs right now, I think. I think they could be used pretty well for control panel type things. And then I think there should definitely be a small separation right here. Okay, this is I guess that's fine. We could also just fill this up too. And yeah, we'll have these little rooms, and then I think what we could do with the banner is we could just have it out this, like out front like that, as if it was some sort of logo, maybe. I guess that could work, you know. So we also need this respawn respawn anchor, which could definitely go along like with these things. And they're definitely a light source. Possibly two in the corner, just because they kind of look like portals, maybe. I guess that could work. We also do need brewing stands and wither skulls, so they can obviously just sit around. These are more like little detail blocks too, right here. Maybe something on the portal like that. And then, so we already did that. And now we have these three left. So I do kind of have a plan for this. Oops. I did think it'd be kind of cool to have some sort of little chamber with it in it. Once the middle's kind of open, we could maybe put it there. Something like a little thing all the way to the roof. You know what I'm talking about? Like that. So I put the roof on, and the rooms are not like incredibly like dark. They're actually fairly light with this cool, and this thing in the middle is definitely helping. Also the little anchors are helping too. So we have three more things. We had the dirt with the grass block on top. Or not the grass block, but just the grass on top. We had the podzol, and we had the cave air. So I think we could definitely do a little path. Definitely around these. Something like that. Something there, and something around here. And then something out, and we can put some dirt and podzol in there, and then grass block on top of the dirt, and then all we'd have to do is just put some cave air in here, I guess. So let's do that. So I did the path. It just kind of looks like this. It's like a little spot in the middle, but I mean, it's kind of meant to look a bit old, but still not that old. So the copper's kind of weathered, and it's abandoned, but there's this big monster in here still. And I guess all we have to do is set block cave air. So I'm just kind of setting random cave air around this room. Maybe this room too, just for fun, and outside. So yeah, now a bunch of areas cave air. Oh, also something else we could do is we could probably put some seats here. So there we go, just some lovely little seats. And I'm done. This is what I have. So although it's pretty basic, when you give a guy who's bad at building a challenge to build something with limited blocks, this is what happens. You get this, and I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look too bad. Nice little shower. We could use every block here, even if it was only like used like once, like this one, or like 4 times. But we did end up using everything, you know. Pretty nice, I guess. It's fine. So if you did like this video, then don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. I might do something like this in the future, who knows, maybe something with dGc even. Ooh. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. I'm out.